even known if John touched my son. If he would have killed my son, if he would have picked that they would have dug up bodies and I'd have found evidence. And then John would have a problem. Then they'd have found a crazy person. If they think John's crazy, they would have found a real crazy man in their courtroom. There is no way in this world that I could sit through a testimony of a man killing and raping my son. I would have tore John apart right then and there. He should get down on all fours and be thankful I was his friend and is his friend, because if he killed my son, he wouldn't have to worry about what Judge Gariffa was going to do to him tomorrow morning.
But you were good friends. You let him sneak out of your back door once.
Yes, because I'll put it this way, Russ, I trust people. I mean, I work for a lot of contractors. I have never had a contractor do me wrong or do me in like John Gacy did. I mean, we have our differences among money, but everybody has that when you're in business. But that don't make a man a killer. You actually had a little, can I call it a fight with John Gacy a couple of times? I had a couple of fights with John Gacy, if you want to call it that. And John's a cream puff. John will not stand up and fight. John told Judge Gariffa the other day that I was an illiterate, okay? You know why John said that? Because John knows that I cannot get my hands on him. I was furious that day. I had to walk out of court, and he only called me illiterate. Can you imagine if he'd have killed my son? I'll tell you what, I am not the average contractor that you double-cross. I deal straight. If I tell a man I'll do something, I'll do it. If I lose money, I lose money. But I am an honest man.
Thank you very much.
Gentlemen.
You got to get a cut around.
Do you feel in any way that this verdict gives you a sense of vengeance against John Gacy?
Not vengeance. He should be stopped, and other killers should be stopped. If they let this guy loose, anybody can kill anybody and play insanity and get off. So,
thank you very much. Mr. Peast, what went through your mind when you heard that verdict?
Oh, I was just delighted. We knew all along that he was guilty, but there's an area of doubt that you just have to hand back until the verdict actually comes in, and it's just a relief to all of us that this is the verdict, and we really have to thank Terry Sullivan and the boys for presenting the case as true as it could be.
Was there ever any doubt in your mind?
There was no doubt in my mind, but we just wanted to reflect to everybody else that we thought he was guilty, and we wanted everybody else to think so too, and I guess we did.
Was it difficult for you to contain your emotion in the courtroom as the judge indicated he wanted you to do?
I wasn't in the courtroom. I was in a car coming down here. I had to work today.
You sat through almost the entire trial. I saw you almost every day of the trial.
Right.
And some people were saying, how could you and your family stay here? How could you stay in the courtroom all day?
Well, what we tried to do is that we knew Rob, and we knew his background and the kind of boy he was. And we wanted to stay here to make sure that everybody else knew that we were behind him and that his death wouldn't go in vain.
Do you feel avenged by this verdict?
Yeah.
Did you crave a little bit of vengeance in all this?
Yeah, I would say so. Yes, I would. It's just a horrible thing, for no reason at all, just for somebody's own pleasures. I just can't see that.
What happens to the Peace family now?
Oh, I don't know. We'll just kind of try to pick up pieces and get back together again, I guess, instead of running down here every day for the last 5 weeks,
Will we be here tomorrow?
Oh, yes, we'll be here tomorrow.
Are you rooting for the death penalty?
Oh, very definitely. Very definitely. I'm a very strong advocate of that.
Have you always been?
Yes. Oh, yes.
If you can look forward, if John Wayne Gacy should get the death penalty, the moment that the switch is pulled, what will pass through your mind?
Oh, I would say that revenge. That he killed my son, and that we're going to kill him. And, it's a life for a life is what it boils down to. And I'll go down there, I'll pull the switch if they have to. Because I just don't believe that somebody can take another person's life the way he did for those silly pleasures of his.
Thank you very much. What is your first name?
Harold. Yeah. Can we get over here? It would be better if we get a little out.
Can we get a little further out, please?
Mike, you all right?
Hi, folks. Please.
Mr. Terry, can I get you live right now on Channel 5?
Oh,
live right now.
we
You
gotta
come right
have
back
him
to them, right after.
We got to have him too.
We're up right now. We're live right here.
I'm torn right now.
State's Attorney Terry, how do you feel about the outcome of the trial, Bernie?
Well, we are very, very gratified that justice has been done for the people of Illinois, and this throughout this grueling past year for the assistant state's attorneys, and we want to commend not only the work of Bill Kunkle, Bob Egan, and Terry Sullivan, and Jim Varga from our staff, but Sheriff Elrod's investigators who worked through last a year ago Christmas and that very, very sad situation of having to dig up bodies over the holidays. Dr. Stein, whose medical examiner's office did a very, very good job. It certainly was a team effort of law enforcement agencies. We only wish that we know justice was done, but the sad feature about justice is that it cannot bring back the victims, and there's no way to do that. But the only way that justice can be meted out is, of course, to punish the individual, and we're very gratified with the jury's verdict today.
Bill, Chief Prosecutor, how do you feel?
Great. Justice was indeed done in this case.
Did you ever have any doubts
Doubts about his guilt? None whatsoever.
Doubts about it
from the beginning?
No doubts about his sanity either.
You said that the defense's sanity case just had no support.
No factual support. Lots of great psychoanalytic theories, but no evidence, no facts.
What happens now?
Tomorrow morning we go to court and we ask the court to hold a death penalty sentencing hearing.
Which could take place at 1:30.
That's correct.
How long do you anticipate that will take?
I really don't know.
Do you have witnesses prepared to come forward?
Possibly much of the evidence could be put in documentary form or through stipulations. We really couldn't say at this time how it'll go in.
Have you already begun
Bob
to
Egan?
work on it?
Sure.
Your reaction?
I feel like $1 million.
You look very happy.
I am. I never had any doubts, as Bill and Mr. Carey just mentioned from the beginning. I was at the house the first day and brought me here. It was a team effort from everyone concerned. Des Plaines PD, Sheriff's PD, medical examiner, and everybody. These are the people that made us look good. It's just a shame that we can't bring those people back.
Did you have any expectation that the decision would be
It can always take 5 minutes, 5 hours, or 5 days. It's just difficult to. We're very happy that it came in this quickly. It kind of shows that the jury was sure of what it was doing.
What is your name, sir?
I think that's
Robert Egan. The state's attorneys that worked on this case just did an absolutely super job.
Were you confident all the way in, Newz?
I was confident all the way, but in a jury trial, you just never know. But as I said, the personnel that was with us was just absolutely the best, and those of you who followed it, I'm sure know that Bill and Bob just did a fantastic job.
Just outside of court, you've heard a lot about it inside. How would you characterize it as the insanity defense in this case?
I would do it the same way that I said so in closing arguments. I think that it was a sham. I think it was a setup by Gacy at the beginning, and I feel that the jury certainly sent a loud message to him and others who might want to do it in that manner by the fact that they only deliberated for an hour and 45 minutes. Okay.
Nor, I think, we'll ever find a man as evil as John Wayne Gacy.
When I called him a predator yesterday,
I don't think so. I think that there is no way that we could ever describe the horror of the situation of the individual victim who was a torture victim, sometimes for hours on end by John Wayne Gacy, and there's no way to really recreate that before the jury. That is the job of the prosecutor, is to tell the jury like it is, the way it happened. And our assistants did a fine job, an outstanding job of doing just that.
This man right here is Mr. Kunkle, William Kunkle, the man who did much of the What happened after that?
10 o'clock tomorrow, the attorneys will be meeting to discuss certain legal issues pertaining to a death penalty sentencing hearing. We will begin that hearing presumably at about 1:30 tomorrow afternoon.
we are going to hear from
Again, it may be up to the jury, it may be up to the judge. It's up to the defendant, the defense to elect whether they wish the judge or the jury to be the fact finder at that hearing.
Going back a little bit into the trial, putting the pictures up in front of the jury, and attempting to do that when the trial first started.
There were 33 victims in this case. We know who 22 of them were. Their families have been grieving since their sons disappeared. There are 11 families somewhere whose sons were buried in that basement. We felt that if we would achieve anything in this trial, we would show this jury and show the public that we're dealing here with human lives, with real people with personalities that were ripped off the earth by this man. And we refused to allow them to become nothing but numbers and names on indictments. We wanted them to know that people had died.
One more question. This is Bob Egan, who was a part of that team.
Move on, sir. Straight up. Maybe later.
I would think so, but it's up to the defense to elect whether the judge or the jury will preside as a fact finder over that hearing. So we have no control over that. That's up to the defense.
Do you have any feelings on through the trial about this jury, this particular jury, how they might react to an insanity defense?
Oh, I think they were a fine group of people from Rockford. The fact that so many juries...
The jury has been asked to return this afternoon, possibly to help with the sentencing. Gacy could now get the death penalty. Julie Eckert, ABC News, Chicago.